Starts with travel. And the reason why I say that is that every single culture has a different idea of what they need. I travel quite a bit. I'm lucky enough where I traveled quite a bit when I was younger through America. I've lived all across America and then started travel internationally a couple decades ago. And so I've been very fortunate. And one of the biggest ways that I've learned about new book ideas, like books I want to write, um, about businesses that I want to start, about gaps, I call them, within cultures, is by visiting different cultures. And it might just be within your going to a different neighborhood in the city you live in. It doesn't have to be you going to a so-called exotic place or paying a bunch of money to get on a plane. It could be you just hang out in a different neighborhood, going to a different bar, eating at a different restaurant, and hearing the conversations, talking with people, socializing. Now, I'm actually an introvert, even though I'm talking quite a bit now. And so for me, it's not about like, socializing with everybody and being really big and, extroverted about it, but more about listening and talking and being genuinely curious about how other people live their lives. And then you start to see the gaps. When we started working on Cuddler, it was the same thing where when I was talking to my co-founders about the idea and we were talking about it, I was like, well, people in Germany do this. And when I was in Japan, this was the culture as far as with people touching. And this was the case when it was in Western Europe. And when I was there, it was different. And all these things started to compute. And I started to understand where I'm like, wait a second. Maybe this could be a worldwide discussion, but in certain countries, it might be stronger than other ones. And so it's not necessarily, again, you traveling all around the world and spending all this money and spending all this time doing so, particularly if you already have your lifestyle structured. It's more about being genuinely curious about other people. And when I say travel, I mean just going beyond your little bubble. Because as soon as you start to do that, then the ideas start to cross-pollinate. And as far as me being an entrepreneur, that's one of my strengths is that I've been around a variety of cultures. I've lived all across America. And so when someone's discussing an idea or talking about their culture, I can relate it and cross match it to all the experiences that I've heard about or seen or done. And so I'd say just get out of your house. And once you get out of your house, the ideas will come. Don't even worry about it. The idea is probably the least concerning thing on that particular path.
That